Hey everybody, Don Georgievich here, Job Interview Tools. Stop sending thank you letters after a job interview. They don't work. At least that's what one guy told me. I had a customer write in the other day, said, Don, I've been sending thank you letters after all my interviews. I never got any jobs. Thank you letters don't work. And, well, you know what? Maybe they don't always work. But you know what? Thank you letters don't hurt either. I mean, all you're doing is sending out a note of thanks to your interviewer. You're thanking them for their time. You're thanking them for inviting you out to an interview. You're letting them know that you're still interested in this position. That's what a thank you letter is doing. How much weight does it carry? I mean, a thank you letter probably only carries maybe that much weight. Maybe 5 to 10%. Could be a little bit more. But it's not going to carry 50% or 60% weight. So, I mean, if you're interviewing for a VP of sales position and you've never sold anything in your life and you send a thank you letter, well, that's not going to convince them that you can do the job. I mean, if you're trying to interview for a position that requires 20 years of engineering experience and you only have 2, they're not going to hire you no matter how many thank you letters you send out. A thank you letter or a follow-up letter is only meant to show appreciation for the interview and to nudge them a little bit in your direction. That's it. It's not going to flip them over completely. It's not going to make them change their mind. I mean, if they had their mind made up that you're not right for the job, you're not qualified, it's not going to change their minds. But if it gets down to 3 candidates that they all like equally, and you send out a thank you letter that says, hey, thanks for your time. It was great meeting with you. I want to let you know that I'm still interested in this position, and I'd like to go farther. Now of the 3 candidates, who are you going to pick? Really, who are you going to pick? You're going to pick the one that sent the thank you letter. So in that case, that follow-up letter works. But if you're just one of 10 candidates where they've already found 3 candidates that they like, and you're like number 8 or 9, sending a thank you letter isn't going to matter. You could send all the thank you letters in the world, and it's not going to matter. So, yes, they work, and yes, they don't work. Nothing works every time. I mean, if it were that easy, you just go out and just interview and just send out thank you letters, and you'd get every job. But it doesn't work that way. But I'll tell you this, I have heard back from far more people, 10 to 1, that the thank you letter made all the difference in the world. All the difference. I get an email every week from somebody saying, hey, Don, I interviewed for a lot of jobs. I sent out a thank you letter, and then next thing I know, I got the job. They called me. And sometimes they even say, they even mention that thank you letter. Hey, thanks for sending that. It was nice to connect in you in that way. Now, this is not just in the United States either. We can go overseas. I was working with a woman who was in London, and I told her, I said, hey, you got to send out a follow-up letter after your interview. And she's like, oh, no. We don't do that here. That's kind of against our code of interviewing. I don't know if it's really against it, but it's not customary in Europe to send out follow-up letters. But you know what? She did. The girl from London sent out the thank you letter. And then, bam, she got the job. And it was because she sent the thank you letter. The employer said, hey, you were the only one of 10 people who followed up with us with a note of thanks. That immediately set you apart from everyone else, and you got the job. So, thank you letters work. So send one. And the best time to do it is right after your interview, usually within 24 hours. And what I like to do is I like to already have my thank you letter planned out, like exactly what I'm going to say. I mean, I'll go ahead and I'll make a few changes to it before I actually send it, but before I go on the interview, I actually have it written. It's all done. All I have to do is just change a few things. So what I'll do is I'll go on the interview and I'll get a few more details, I'll come back home, and then I'll send them that thank you letter within a couple of hours of the interview. I mean, you have usually up to 24 hours. No more than 24 hours is a good rule of thumb for sending out a thank you letter. Now, to help you go farther with a thank you letter, I would strongly recommend picking up copy of Perfect Thank You Letters. This book has over 100 different thank you letters for engineering, accounting, finance, government, healthcare, teaching, engineering. I might have said that one already, I don't know. Sales, you name it, it's in here. I've got several different letters for all kinds of professions, and it's going to teach you how to write one. It's going to show you what needs to be in your thank you letter to demonstrate that, well, you're grateful for their time and that you're still interested in the position. Or maybe you screwed up your interview. Maybe it didn't go that well. I've got some tips in here to help you fix a botched interview. It's a way to kind of, just bring it out to the surface and say, well, that's not exactly what I meant to say, or I know you have some concerns about me in the interview or me doing this job. This is a way to kind of correct a bad interview so that maybe it's not so bad anymore, or it gives you an opportunity to add more value. Like, you know what, maybe you're in the interview and you forgot to tell them something that could really help them make an important decision about hiring you. And maybe you forgot to mention that in the interview. I've got an example in here that shows you how to bring up those lost points that you failed to mention during the interview. So this is a quick and easy download from jobinterviewtools.com. I will put a link for this below. This book is only available in ebook. It is not available in the hard book like you see here. This is just a special copy I printed just so I could materialize this for you in the video, but you really don't need the hard book. This is not the kind of book that you're going to go through and making all kinds of changes and edits and stuff like that. So this book is only in ebook. You can get it from jobinterviewtools.com. And that's all I have for you today. So if you like this video and you like the kind of videos that I've been putting out, subscribe to my channel and I will send you updates every time I release a new video. And if you like this video, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like too. I want to hear it. I want to hear it all. And if you do like it, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. And I wish you all the best on your next interview. And I will see you in the next video. Bye now.